right, here's the macaroon mix. So darn pretty. A couple of them have fallen over, sadly. It's kind of the nature with Gladiolus, though. Oh, that's so pretty. I love this color. It's gorgeous. I love everything about this mix, and apparently there's a lighter pink that hasn't bloomed just yet. So it looks like this really pretty lilac was the first color to pop up. But I love this, you guys. It's so gorgeous. Oh. Right, I've got a few things to plant today, mostly root crops. And I've got sweet potatoes, just your regular sweet potato, and then a red sweet potato. And then I also have some Hawaiian yams to plant, and these are purple on the inside. And then I'm gonna go in and plant some more taro, since some of the ones I planted before didn't make it. We had a couple of frosts since then, so I'm gonna plant those up too. We are going to plant these in the Ruth Stout garden, and we've got to remove some of this hay first because we want to loosen up that soil. So Garrett's just using the rake, and he's going to push some of this aside. And you can see some of my daikon radish that has gone to seed there. I'm just waiting for those to dry out so I could seed save them. When we plant sweet potatoes, we like to really loosen up the soil, which our soil is already pretty loose. But we're planting this at the end of the row where we had radishes, so we're just going to make it extra loose so we can get extra sweet potatoes. A little tan on those legs.
That's just dirt. It's fake tan.
These first few are what everyone knows as a sweet potato at Thanksgiving. It's the orange fleshed sweet potato. So here's the thing with sweet potatoes. You can plant them any way you like, vertically, laying down. Some people cut them up into chunks like they would their regular potatoes and plant them that way. I personally, just like my regular potatoes, I just keep them whole. I don't cut them up into pieces. And then normally I plant them vertically, but sometimes I plant them laying down, and I really haven't noticed any difference whatsoever as far as the yield. So I really feel like there's no wrong way to plant a sweet potato. As far as how deep to plant your sweet potatoes, I personally plant them right below the soil surface. So these are planted vertically, so the end piece is really just below the surface. I've actually planted sweet potatoes where half of it was sticking out of the ground, and believe it or not, I got a ton of sweet potatoes. So you can plant them pretty shallow, you can plant them quite deep. I would say not to plant them any more than 4 inches deep. Right now we're coming on our second week in June, and it's the perfect time to plant sweet potatoes because they love summer heat. So these should be ready to harvest sometime in October. If I had planted these earlier in the season, I would not be mulching them because we had so much rain in the beginning of the season. But since it's summer and we're getting a lot less rain, I'm going to go ahead and mulch these because I do want to keep some moisture in the ground. Also, if you're in a warmer area like we are, you can plant these a lot sooner. I'm just planting some more taro. You can see where I planted the lemongrass. It's doing well. And then there's one of the taro that I planted last time. And the ducks are finally swimming out to the middle of the pond. But I'm missing one. Where's my black duck? Uh-oh. That's not like him to be separated from them. There he is. Now Garrett is prepping a row for the Hawaiian Hawaiian purple yams, and they're actually not yams, they're sweet potatoes, but for some reason everybody wants to call them yams. So we actually tilled this area really deep because, again, we wanted to loosen up the soil, and then he's going to mound these into rows. So these first ones that you see him plopping down, these are actually Japanese sweet potatoes, and they have a red skin with a yellow flesh inside. And then these are the Hawaiian purple sweet potatoes. Some call them Okinawan yams, but they are not a yam. They're actually a sweet potato. Also, another fun fact is what we Americans know as a candied yam at Thanksgiving is actually a sweet potato, and what we know as a sweet potato is actually a yam. How silly is that? So those yellow sweet potatoes that you ate growing up that were a little bit fibrous, those are actually a yam. I loved those growing up. My dad used to grill them with pineapple and brown sugar, and they were so good. And we always knew them as sweet potatoes, and then we always knew our candied yams at Thanksgiving as yams, but it was vice versa. So everything we planted today were actually sweet potatoes. The first ones that we planted were your traditional sweet potatoes that most Americans know. And then again, the red Japanese yam or sweet potatoes. See, I'm wanting to call them yams again. And then the Okinawan sweet potato, which is a purple fleshed potato.
Little strawberries the chickens didn't get yet. Aww, not that great. The weeds are out of control in the strawberry patch, so I gotta help these guys out. I think I'm gonna put some actual hay around the strawberries this weekend sometime, because this is ridiculous. Bitty strawberry. I'll take it. That was so sweet. Little tiny treat. I've got some beans that are ready to seed save. This is what I like them to look like when it's time to seed save. But you can actually pick them when they look like this too, because they're done and you can just let those dry out the rest of the way. But I just let them dry on the pod. And these darn red ants, I have to figure a way to get rid of them. For the red long beans, you want them to look like this, because they stay kind of this purple color. But they should be crispy when you take them off. So we're going to seed save these two, and I think I have another one on the other side that's ready. Here's another one, yard long. So I'll wait for the rest of these other guys to be ready too.
Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. For more videos, make sure to like and subscribe. We try to post a video every single day. We'll see you tomorrow.